crossing to become a disciple of the Qingxuan, cutting off the hu and cleansing the essence pill. Qingxuan. The bells rang like thunder. This voice made Ling Xuan wake up suddenly. He found himself in a humble house. There was a pain in my chest, a wipe of the corners of his mouth, and dried up blood. Where am I? Before Ling Xuan could think, a large number of strange memories flooded into his mind. After a brief period of brain pain, he quickly responded. It turned out to be crossed. Quote, the name of this body is also Ling Xuan. It is from Qingxuan City, and it entered Qingxuan when he was 12 years old. Originally, the predecessor was a talented young man, who cultivated to the peak of the forging body realm at the age of 16, and only 1 year later, he entered the Qi condensation realm. The predecessor's status in Qingxuan has also reached the first place among the disciples of the outer sect, which has been highly praised and attracted much attention. According to the rules of the Qingxuan Gate, if the top 3 disciples of the outer gate enter the Qi condensation realm, they can challenge the inner disciples. And as long as they win the challenge, they can become inner disciples. But just 3 days before his predecessor was about to challenge the inner disciples, his cultivation inexplicably faded, and after 3 days, he regressed to the beginning of the forging body realm. This incident even alarmed an elder, and after she personally tested it, she believed that Ling Xuan had been hit by blood poison. And the results of 4 years of body forging and 1 year of condensation of qi were all lost. The blood poison also had an irreversible effect on his root bone. Unless he obtained a particularly powerful elixir, he would at most recultivate to the peak of the forging body realm in this life. And he would no longer be able to enter the condensation qi realm. The elder ordered a strict investigation, but he couldn't find who poisoned the predecessor. Another year passed, and the matter was put on hold. No one would waste time for a useless person. The huge contrast before and after made the predecessor more and more weak, and it has been slumped since then. What's more, there is a last-place elimination system for outer disciples. The forging realm is divided into entry, small completion, large completion, completion, and peak. If an outer disciple who is an initiator of the forging body realm is unable to break through to the forging body realm Xiao Cheng within 1 year, he will prove that he has no cultivation qualifications, and he will be deprived of his status as an outer disciple and driven down the mountain. The predecessor has always been worried about this. Yesterday, he was even more angry and bloody, and he died suddenly. It was at this moment that Ling Xuan's soul crossed into this body. It's also too miserable. Ling Xuan smiled helplessly. Now there are only 2 months left before the outer sect disciple assessment at the end of the year, and with my current situation, it is difficult to break through to the forging body realm Xiao Cheng. Quote, in the end, he was still expelled from the mountain. What about Goldfinger? What about Grandpa? Save it. He called out in his heart, but no grandfather responded. However, I saw a panel. Name, Ling Xuan. Realm. Introduction to the forging body realm. Fate. The son of a medicine master, born Huigan, a kendo idiot, and mediocre luck. Fate. 2 months later, he failed to pass the outer disciple assessment and was expelled from the mountain. On the way home, he was chased by Sangshu, and fell off a cliff when he fled in a hurry, leaving no bones. Recent chance? None. After reading it, Ling Xuan smacked his lips. Good fellow, this is also a terrible death. He looked closely at the panel. Pharmacist's son. White life. You were born in a family of pharmacists in Qingxuan City, and you have been a pharmacist for 3 generations, so you have been helpful and hardworking since you were a child. Born Huigan. Blue fate. Your understanding is very good. You can speed up the understanding of exercises, martial arts, and often have a new understanding of some things. Kendo idiot. Blue fate. You love swords. You have a better talent in kendo, and it is easier to forge powerful swords. Mediocre luck. White life. Your luck is very mediocre, and walking down the road to pick up money is almost nothing for you. Ling Xuan thought thoughtfully. In this way, fate is something that a person is born with, and it affects destiny. From low to high, it is divided into 7 levels: white, green, blue, purple, orange, red, and gold. It seems that this is my golden finger, and I can see my own life, fate and chance. Wait, can I see someone else's? As soon as this idea arose in Ling Xuan's mind, he heard the footsteps of several people. Bang! A fierce young man with a fleshy face kicked open the door and walked into the house. Behind him were 4 thin young men who looked terrified. The fierce young man saw Ling Xuan half sitting on the bed, and grinned. Awake. Just right, Lao Su has a task for you. Memories related to this person arose in Ling Xuan's mind. This person's name is Lei Yong, and he is also a disciple of the outer sect. He came from Qingxuan City like his predecessor, and entered the Qingxuan Gate at the same time. Formerly from a civilian family, Lei Yong is a child of the Lei family in Qingxuan City. In the past, when the predecessor was the first of the outer gate, Lei Yong's attitude was sincere, as if he was his most loyal subordinate. And after the front body fell from the position of the first in the outer gate and confirmed that no one would take the lead for him, Lei Yong immediately revealed his nature. The spirit stones accumulated by the predecessor were secretly robbed by Lei Yong's several commanding men. Lei Yong had a cousin who was an inner disciple, and he began to snatch the 100-herb liquid of many outer disciples. The 100-herb liquid was a medicinal liquid that Qingxuan distributed to the cultivators of the outer sect once a month, and each person was 2 bottles. Lei Yong is very smart, only robbing weak outer disciples, and for those who are strong and have strong potential, he will even take the initiative to give them filial piety. In addition, Lei Yong also enlisted several outer disciples to strengthen his own power. Under the combination of multiple factors, Lei Yong became a tyrant in the outer gate, but no one dared to anger his tiger whiskers. Ling Xuan's predecessor was once the first in the outer gate, but now his strength has plummeted. Bullying such a fallen genius can make Lei Yong feel more happy in his heart. Seeing that Ling Xuan hadn't reacted, Lei Yong immediately aggravated his tone, and a fierce color flashed in his eyes. Can't hear Lao Su speak? Ling Xuan took a deep breath and immediately said, I heard it. Seeing Ling Xuan so simply relented, Lei Yong nodded in satisfaction. You listen to me. After speaking, he turned to the young people behind him. Listen well. Today, each of you will cut down 4 spirit trees, but if there is less than half of it, Lao Su will let you not get out of bed for half a year. Yes. The crowd barely squeezed sound out of their throats. Ling Xuan frowned deeply. Lei Yong often did this kind of thing, taking on those difficult tasks in the task pavilion and forcing the weak outer disciples to help him do it. The hard work was handed over to others, and he was paid alone. Ling Xuan wanted to refuse, but as long as he dared to say this, Lei Yong could beat him to death on the spot. Ling Xuan had to get up and follow the team, but he kept staring at Lei Yong's back, thinking of a solution. At this time, he suddenly noticed Lei Yong's panel information. Name: Lei Yong. Realm: Forging Body Realm Dacheng. First chapter 100.